Good afternoon. Welcome to the Open Gate Show for tomorrow's race card, Saturday, December 11th. 11 races. Pure Pride Jamaican bottled water, pure water. Wear your mask, practice social distancing and sanitizing your hands are all health protocols for the COVID pandemic, as well as for other reasons. As usual, I will make a commentary. Who really represents the trainers and owners at Caymanas Park? It seems that there are some issues, burning issues concerning the majority of the trainers. There are a lot of talks concerning representation of the Trainers Association, of which there are supposed to be two, but the majority don't see anything being projected to them or to make them understand anything concerning their well-being. Life is such these days, and not only in horse racing, but in everywhere where there's a lack of representation, then all are hung out to dry. The Open Gate Show will be interviewing a couple of trainers to hear their take on the real matter. I must tell you, what you see on television is not what you get, really, when it concerns to horse racing. Tomorrow's 11 race card starts at 11:10 a.m. and it has 11 entries. It's for native-bred 4 years and up, who've never won 2 races, as well as imported 4 years and up, who remains a maiden. The journey, 5 furlongs round or 1,000 meters round. Number 2, Expeditious. From an informed stable, that's Marlon Anderson. Ran okay enough on the 5th of July, early this season, over this course. Running evenly, finishing 5th by 5 1/4 lengths at 88-1, behind Sweet and Smart, Sniper Man, and Dee's Choice after broken very slowly from his head. That is a stronger field than this one tomorrow. So, Expeditious this light should be able to get into your middle order exotics. Number 4, Nina Dorado, has been showing speed, but failing to hold same since winning easily in the slops on August 21st, winning by 14 lengths, beating a lackluster field, not much, in a very slow time of 1:24 and 5 for 6.5 furlongs. Number 5, Duke of Springs, last 2 races were good, but that was out the straight. Ran well on the curve to be 3.5 and 3rd on August 7th behind another prosecutor and Stevie the Great. Has to break better out the gates. But that race, where he ran 3rd in, speaks volume for his chances to fight this race out tomorrow. Number 7, Daytona Bell, looked challenging as usual, turning for home, but weakens approaching the winning post. Gets the hood equipment of which it limits the sound that this horse will be hearing. But there ain't much noise in the stands except for the commentator's voice getting louder as she approaches the ending of the race. Very interesting entry, and should be in the top 3, this one. Number 8, Born Diplomat, coming from a sojourn very light and hails from a patient barn of Ian Alexander. Number 9, John P., another here who will surely help create a third headline. Interesting, he gets first-time visor of that. Well, if that was advised by jockey Shane Ellis, then I am upping his chances for the win. For the race, as all have an issue with keeping, in maintaining momentum approaching winning post. But number 5, Duke of Springs, who ran last week, seemingly can be rated off the lead. So I'm giving him the edge, hoping he can be fresh enough. As I'm not sure number 9, John P. wants the visor. Maybe, maybe not. If he wants it, he'll win. But for me, number 5, Duke of Spring, number 9, John P. Either one can win. Number 7, Daytona Bell. Number 2, Expeditions. Number 8, Born Diplomat. That's my order of preference. Race 2 goes 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. And has 7 entries. It's for imported trios and up who have never won 3 races, as well as native bred trios and 4-year-olds who have never won 4. This race is one of the co-feature, the War Zone Sprint Trophy. War Zone, owned by Edmund Thomas, trained by Wayne Acosta, a horse that won a lot of races. And in his era, he exalted himself as being a top-class animal. Number 2, Secret Identity, meet number 5, Jordan Rain on better terms now, but that one is on the improve. Let's see what she can do against Jordan Rains tomorrow. Number 4, Magical Mood, could close for a minor spot on the board to give trainer Anthony Nunes some needed dollars to retain his trainer's title. Number 5, Jordan Rains, unbeaten U.S. importee who looks to be one to follow. Worked very easily on the 7th, 5:1 minute and 2/5. This big, muscled U.S. importee will be gunning for the lead and has only number 2, Secret Identity to worry about. He bettered that one by 3.5 lengths and last. Number 6, Chandler's Law, has catching up to do against number 2, Secret Identity. But number 5, Jordan Rains, from number 2, Secret Identity. Number 4, Magical Mood. Race 3, again, goes 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. 10 starts at this time before it trails it up, claiming 200 to 250,000. For horses who have not earned 150,000 since August the 11th. More on par, the Princess fitter now, and even though having 76 career starts, with only 3 victories, 7 seconds, 10 thirds, all beyond 5.5 furlongs. However, she can factor somewhere in the lower order of your high 5, being that she's fresh and will give a good account of herself. Number 2, Lady Budget, owned by Peter McFarlane, a humanitarian, a man who is loved on the Midwestern part of the North Coast, Trelawney and thereabout. The Open Gate Show extends condolences to the McFarlane family with the loss of Mr. McFarlane's wife. And I'm hoping that Peter McFarlane is coping well with the tragic incident that he was involved in. Lady Budget, trained by his friend Gordon Lewis, looking a bit better since the last race that he ran in on the 15th of November. We go to number 4 rather. Special Prosecutor has speed, but against these, I can't see her getting in the top 4. Number 5, El Maestro, knit on the line to finish second when going a furlong shorter than tomorrow's distance, is capable to get in the top 3. Number 7, Balazzo, must be considered in your top selections, as trainer Ryan Darby. Barn is always dangerous, especially when it's a claim, especially when it's a claiming race. Number 8, is it? Yes. Jamal James, Spain race gelding, whose last race was disappointing. That was on the 9th of October. Going this journey of 5.5 furlongs, finishing third, 7.5 lengths as the 4 to 5 favorite. Race was won by Papa Albert by 7 3/4 lengths. Acapella and Jamal James went in the head bob, and of which Acapella bettered Jamal James. He stopped in that race, Jamal James, and was very uncomfortable returning to the unsagling enclosure. However, he has looked okay in the exercise gallop on December 6th. In the dark, was seen striding out. That's a positive. Top 3, number 8, Jamal James, number 7, Balazo, number 5, El Maestro. For those who play the exotics, number 1, Part of Princess, number 2, Lady Budget, could be there for the minor placings. Number 6 race, 4th race. Am I being confused? No, I'm tired. I love to please the horse racing fans. I just arrived home, but I have to do the open gate show. Race 4, 6 furlongs or 12 meters for newbred 5s and up. It's a restricted allowance race for none of the 3 5-year-olds and up. 9 entries. Number 1, for Velocity, ran well after pumping the lead on last. That was the 28th of November. Yes, going 5 furlongs round. Looked challenging at the furlong point, but flattened just a bit to get second. 3.25 lengths behind It's All I. It's a Beautiful Day was a length and a quarter behind Fabulosity. That one is in this race as well. That extra furlong tomorrow should benefit Fabulosity, as she can relax more. Number 2, Sweet Medicine, facing nemesis again after last 2 starts, which were poor. Much fitter now and could be part of the outcome. Number 3, It's a Beautiful Day, hard to gauge for a win, but every day can't be beautiful. Maybe tomorrow will. Number 4, Ness Percy, his condition has improved tremendously, and I'm expecting a capital effort from this one. Favorite rider, Devin Foster, he has the reins for this one. Number 7, Mama Sharon Darling, gets the opportunity again to chase the speed here. The center speed here. Can win if focused to do so. Number 8, She Says Yes, has speed, but the extra distance is likely to be too much for her. Number 9, Sweet Surprise, get the blinkers back on after she already ran twice with same without being a factor. Top 4, number 7, Mama Sharon Darling, number 1, Fabulosity, number 4, Ness Percy. Number 3, It's a Beautiful Day. 5th race, 4 children up, optional claiming. The ratio is 300 to 400,000, and it's also has nearly 6 years and up. Was never won 4 races qualifying for this. 12 entries, 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. Number 3, Ultimatum, should be now focused to run, but unfortunately, he has 2 out-of-class horses running. Let's see what Ultimatum will do. Number 4, The Danger, not himself since May, when before that reeled off a hat-trick of wins. That was between March and May this season. 1 more races on all here, but this is when stats matters not, as The Danger has to be on top of himself to get into the top 2. Number 5, Gentle Giant, claimed from Jason Acosta by trainer Anthony Nunes when last raced out this route. on the 28th of November for $750,000. Ran okay. Drawn on the inner, finished fifth, three lengths behind Casual Afero, Circle. Love the straight and drop this low, must be able to fight this out. Number 4, Storming, could get a very low exotic slot. Number 8, Stanislas likes the straight. Number 9, Cartel, another who was claimed for $750,000 in a race last week and plummets to a low tag. The trainer's title is on in earnest, and this is a very interesting race. Jason Acosta trains this one. Number 5, Gentle Giant, or number 9, Cartel, one of the two. I'm selecting number 5, Gentle Giant. Number 3, Ultimatum for third. Number 7, Storming, at good odds for a low exotic spot, as well as number 8, Stanislaus. Race 6 goes 5 furlong straight, or 1,000 meters straight. And we have 10 entries for choosing up, claiming tag $800 to $1 million. Number 2, Alimony, trained by Anthony Nunes. Now in claim for the very first time. Good chance, even from this inside draw. Number 3, Circle, facing number 7, Casual Affair, and number 4, Acero, who were in front of him 2 weeks ago. Number 4, Acero, raced only 7 times, and his best 4 races were all out this route, 5 furlong straight. Claim for $750,000 and up here to $1 million. And Shane Ellis gets the call. If Focus will win, even though recent conqueror number 7, Casual Affair, again is present. Number 5, Stranger Danger, is a Spend Force, who is very, very far over the hill. This former top class horse has seen his better days, but the love of horse racing makes the owner keeping this horse in training. Number 6, Special Counsel, yet another who was claimed from last race for $750,000 and is hiked up into the $1 million claiming tag. But this horse is trained by Jason Acosta. Can she win? Well, not on paper, but this trainer is doing so well, exceedingly well. Anything can happen. Number 7, Casual Affair, up in claim after that upset win 2 weeks ago, will be more focused than when he won in an upset fashion. So let's see if he can repeat or even get into the top 2. Number 10, Pekin Cruise, came off a hiatus on the 15th of November, going 5.5 furlongs, and ran an even race, finishing 7 and 2nd to Extruder. Should be fitter. This one loves straight, well drawn, and the blinkers will be off. It was on last, so Pekin Cruise, seen in okay condition, has a chance of getting into the top 3. Top 5, number 4, Sarah, number 2, Alimony, number 5, Casual Affair, number 6, Special Counsel, number 10, Pekin Cruise. 7th race, the Sunnyside Stakes, another cool feature. 7 starters, 5 runs round over 1,000 meters round is for nearly bred 2-year-olds, maiden special weight race for fillies only. Number 1, Rapunzel, most experience in the lineup, gets first time late 6 and cheek pieces. Worked very well on December 14, 6 for the 115 in the 5th. That's run 5 times already. 4 of those runs were second place finishes. Has to use experience as an advantage. Number 2, Atomica, a debutant born the 18th of March, a Chestnut filly by Nuclear Wayne out of Honky Tonksville by reparations. Breeder Carl Samoda, owner Orchid Farm, the groom Errol Thomas. the former groom of Wow Wow, Omar Walker, gets the call for their sobriety. This horse has showed enough exercise to warrant serious consideration, as she has never lost a workout since October 31st. Number 4, Berlina's Choice, leggy filly, raw-bone filly, will be getting first time figure it on after 2 career starts without. Was beaten in both those races, and I'm figuring the figure it could improve her a lot, but surely not to get into the top 2. Number 6, Select Me, another debutant, born the 20th of February, 2-year dark bay filly by natural selection, which was excellent by traditional breeder Derek Charles Smith, former MP for the present government. Owner trainer Patrick Lynch, the groom Ian Ramsey. Well-bred filly that, but this trainer has so much lookalikes. I'm not sure who this horse, who Select Me is. The 7 gift from Ben ran improved in blinkers the last time, the 21st of November, going this exact trip as tomorrow, 5 rounds round to finish second, 3.5 lengths to Phoenix Rising. Gets the visor on now instead of the blinkers. Let's see what it does. Number 2, though, Atomica from number 1, Rapunzel. Number 7, a gift from Ben. Number 4, Berlina's Choice. 8 race, 9 entries, 6 furlongs, about 1,200 meters. 4 needed trios. It's a maiden condition race. Number 1, Madame Catalina gets the figure 8 off for the first time. Has been having that in all her 4 career starts. Her stablemate number 2, the Trojan Warrior, Shane Ellis, remains after that good run on the 27th of November, going 6.5 furlongs, where he lost by 3/4 length to JJ's Warrior. Had Bigman Biden a length and a half behind. Bigman Biden again renewed rivalry on better terms than last. The Trojan Warrior is going to have a furlong less tomorrow against number 6, Bigman Biden, who, as I said, was a length and a half behind in third. Interesting to see what tactics Shane Ellis will revert to in order to try to gain a win. Number 5, Chromatica, was closing fast on the 27th of November. That same race that Trojan Warrior finished second, 3/4 lengths behind JJ's Warrior, behind JJ's Warrior. Chromatica closed from way off to get within 2 3/4 lengths fourth. Regardless the reduction of the distance, I'm expecting Chromatica to still run a very good race. Number 6, Big Ben Baden ran even in that race. Same race that Chromatica, Big Ben Biden, and Trojan Warrior running. Expect to do well again, but can he win? I'm not sure, but it is what it is. It was unfortunate when losing on the 4th of December, going 7.5 furlongs, finishing third by a length and a half behind upset winner Zion and Clara's Vision. Traveling half a furlong less ain't a worry, as she lost it all when breaking awkward from the gates last week. Robert Halliday, he gets the call, and I can assure you he'll be breaking much better this time. Number 9, A Good Life, interesting entry by the leading trainer, Jason Acosta. She already came off a layoff and ran her best race, so that's not a problem. However, she surely had a issue or issues being shelved again. Has worked okay and could be the one fighting this race out. Top 5 in order. Number 9, The Good Life. Number 8, It Is What It Is. Number 5, Chromatica. Number 2, The Trojan Warrior. Number 6, A Big Man Biden. Race 9, co-feature, the Miracle Cure Sprint. Remember Miracle Cure winning a race with Emilio Rodriguez and had the whole field winning 2 lengths behind her and maintained that under a brilliant ride by Emilio Rodriguez for owner Dr. Paul Wright and trainer Philip Fiani. 10 declared 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters, and it's for native-bred trios as a restricted allowance race for fillies who've never won 2 races. This is section 1. Number 1, do your job. Hasn't done much since that maiden win when coming off a hiatus on October 3rd, on August 3rd rather, going this very distance of 5.5 furlongs and closing at 99-1 to upset the good life. Got first time visor on last and ran okay, but could get into the exotic. Still don't like this horse to win. Number 3, Rocket Lily should better these, but her last 2 starts makes her iffy for me. Number 4, Diamond Star, much improvement on last when breaking her maiden, finishing drawn away like an autograph animal. Presented in superb condition by trainer Gresford Smith. Winning by 8.5 lengths, beating It Is What It Is and Prime 1. Up in grade, but still could have an impact getting into the top 4. Number 5, Queen T, broke her maiden at this exact distance. That was some time ago in August, well, at the end of August 28th. I haven't done anything since in all the subsequent starts. Number 6, Turn on the Light. Mullins rides again, seemingly to wake up one day to turn on the lights. Number 7, Lady Pujari, reverts to the round course again, and I'm expecting a good run now, in seeing that move has been made. Number 9, Let's Get It On, could get it on the board, seeing how she worked on December 7th. 4,040 to 3/5 with Philip Fiani trade, Phoenix Rising. Kind of like how Let's Get It On looked, especially when going, en route to her stables. Matella is in goal, another hare who broke a maiden going over this distance of 5.5 furlongs. Number 9, Let's Get It On. Number 1, Do Your Job. Number 3, Rocket Lily. Number 7, Lady Pajari. Number 4, Diamond Star. Top 5. The penultimate race. Section 2 of the Miracle Cure Sprint. 11 entries. And remember, it's 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters, as well as it's 4 native trios who've never won 2 races, and fillies only. Number 4, Ring Charmer, could be considered. Number 5, Street Majesty, reverts to sprint this time with the 2021 champion jockey designate, Anthony Thomas. Again, riding really looked the picture since the last race. So, I'm expecting Street Majesty to be in the top 2. Number 8, Jocelyn Blessings, ran well when showing speed on the 28th of November, going 5 furlongs straight, losing by a length and a quarter to finish second behind Sudden Flight. She rides the turn now, and I'm not sure why her last two starts were reserved for straight races. Quite a while though. She has not shown anything. And the last race, the last 2 races, especially the last one, showed that she could be a solid old animal and has to be considered. Number 9, Great Brit, another here who has looked more focused since that last race on the 21st of November. Number 11, Buff Bay, ran against better and did well. Should sit in the catbird seat and in the safe hands of Robert Haldane, could get up in time for the win. Number 11 for me, Buff Bay, over number 5, Street Majesty. Number 3, Ring Charmer. Number 9, Great Brit. Number 8, Sense Blessing. Final race, and it's also a co-feature of the Master Blaster Trophy. Master Blaster by Irrigator out of Superway. Wayne DeCosta trained this horse, as well as a few other trainers when the claiming system arrived. David Vernon owned and bred this horse. This horse won 29 races, and was at one time the horse holding the record of winning the most races at Caymanas Park. Master Blaster surely is remembered by the real horsemen and the real fans, I should say. 1500, 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight for Native foals who have never won 4 races, as well as imported foals and up who have never won 3. Number 2, Cold Pursuit will close for a place in your top 5. Number 2, Glock, looking a better animal since claimed on the 30th of October, and has the potential of getting into the top 3. Number 4, High Diplomacy, venturing out the straight for the second time in 35 career starts. The first time was never a factor. Let's see what the second time will do. Since that good finish, going 8.5 furlongs, losing by a head to Helicopter, and had Adoring Brilliance 4.5 lengths behind. Adoring Brilliance is here again. So too Weekend Jazz, Katie's Rockets, and Sadie, Sweet and Smart, and K-Boy too. So I put Promo's Nemesis. They are present here as well. Number 5, Task Force, adore this course and can compete for the task of consecutive win. Claimed at last by trader Lorne Curlew. Number 6, Silent Seeker, an entry by Jason Acosta. Not easy to train this Silent Seeker, but it is so, well, she's so light, and from the barn of the leading trainer, has to be respected. Number 7, Danny Spud. She in good form since returning of a sojourn on June 12th this season, and has run some very good races. Lightly trained on the exercise track, but that's how he is. Number 10, Adore Brilliance, good factor, somewhere in the top 5. Number 11, Sun City. Somehow I'm feeling that this horse will relish into the 5 furlongs straight. Looks very happy in the mornings for some time now, but has not really been delivering much. Stablemate number 12, KD Rocket, reverts to his favorite trip, but has a lot to catch up on. Gets back the tongue tie. Robert Allerton stays. And
check out KD's vehicle headlamp and restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.
She will like it. Number 15, K-Boy, super fit horse, and really looking improved. The Open Gate Show is happy to see veteran trainer Griffith Smith, barn, having some form. Griffith Smith, one of, if not the most trusted trainer at Caymanas Park, a man of integrity. K-Boy, well drawn, Aaron Tratry on. A very good chance of winning. My selection, number 15, K-Boy. Why not? From number 6, Silent Seeker. Number 2, Kurt Pursuit. Number 3, Glock. Number 10, Adore Brilliance. Join me tomorrow afternoon when I decipher Sunday's race card. Be careful on the road. Be careful of those 5,000 and 1,000 notes. In everything, you have to be careful. On the roads, whatever. we need to understand the reality of what's happening. Well, we're talking horse racing, so that's what I'm talking about. Better should come. Better must come in 2022 for all and sundry in the horse racing industry. It has to. Otherwise, the bucket bottom will fall out, and what's on top can't help to keep things floating. Take care, and I will let you know when we'll be having the various interviews with trainers of concern. And I can tell you the majority of trainers are having some serious concerns, especially on who represents them. And I can also say that for the owners as well. No one knows, as there's no one that is having dialogue with the trainers. Things just happen, and we see representation by all sorts of people. Anyway, let's hope that good will prevail and the betterment of racing is intact. Take care. Have a great weekend, and I will try to help you tomorrow night for the race card on Sunday.